So this video is to show you how to do some troubleshooting on your Fastcorp Divi, Evolution 2, or Evolution vending machines. Should you be having any type of problem, there is a utility menu 20 called Field Test. It allows you to go in and do some troubleshooting on the machine. I'm going to show you how to do that properly. So you're at the change price prompt that you're familiar with. It's a starting point, and you've pressed your VAC button to unlock the keypads. So menu 20, of course, is 20 menu items up, or you can use the D button to back up, which is a lot quicker. So we'll back up to 24, 3, 2, 1, 0, 20 field test. When you're ready to enter menu 20 field test, you're going to push the pound key here. Now you're going to get some beeps, and generally it's going to go through and it's going to stop at F encoder. And what you have here right now is a live monitor of all of the inputs. So let's say that you're having trouble with your freezer lid and you want to make sure that your freezer close switch is adjusted correctly and reporting correctly. So you can, if I lift up on the freezer lid, you'll see that that says freezer close N for no, and of course when I let it down it says freezer close yes. And if I go over here, all I'm doing is lifting like that little bit, and it's looking at all the inputs. For example, if I open the freezer lid all the way and I pull on the lift arm, that beeping is the freezer encoders. It's just a feedback, a way for you to hear the encoder pulses and know that that's what's happening. And so I'm going to gently close that back down. Now, also in this menu, you can activate any of your motors, but you need to be careful because all of the safeties that are on when the machine is operating its normal state are removed here, and it allows you to operate one motor at a time. The motor will make short moves when you push a button. So for example, if I press the load button, and I'm going to move the camera back over here a little ways, if I push the load, you're going to see that the lid goes up a little ways and then gravity is bringing it back, and that's what you're hearing as an encoder counts. Now I can push it a few times and bring it up all the way, and likewise I can bring it down. But if the robot arm here were over and in the way, it would collide, and of course you don't want to have that happen, because again, in this mode the controller is not looking to see if the robot is out. It is assuming that you are going to be taking the care to make sure that none of that happens. Along with the load and the close buttons for the freezer lift arm, we also have the shoulder left and right to move the robot, elbow, the up down. They all work in this menu. So I'm gonna move back here to the arm, and I'm just going to tell you what I'm pushing. So here's the elbow right, and you'll see that it's just moving that front section. And again, this will be work on the Divi, Evolution 2, and Evolution vendors. Same thing. And so I can move that joint back and forth. I can also move the vacuum down. If you have the Evolution vendor, you'll have the electric vacuum pump on the cord, but it works the same way. And you can see that I can move that down, or I can move that up. And when it goes up, it'll also activate the up-down home switches in here, which you'll see on the display as well. And I can also, of course, move the shoulder, which will move the whole arm as one. And it's a great utility. Now, one of the things that's not so apparent when you're in this menu, there's sort of a hidden feature. If you press the star key down here, the display will change. It'll have two numbers here, S and an E. That's for shoulder or an elbow. And this is an encoder reading. Now the number doesn't matter. Number can be anything. the important part is that when you move, like I'm moving the whole arm now, so the shoulder numbers are moving. The elbow number might jump a little bit, but that's not when I'm moving. And the important thing is that as you move it, the numbers count continuously. If you saw that as you're moving it, it's just jumping like this between 150 and 160, let's say, and again, the number could be anything, it's just relevant, that's no good. As long as it's counting all the way across. If you see the numbers not changing at all, they're completely steady, or just jumping between two numbers, maybe 10, 20, 50, 100 counts apart, that's no good. So it's a great little utility to see if your encoders are working right. Now I'm going to move the elbow, and you'll see that those numbers are changing as I move. And that, of course, is normal. That's what it should look like. And you just push the pound to exit, and you're back out of menu 20 field test. So that's a short tutorial for that.